Hi, everyone. This is Caroline Speaks the Theater for World on Thursday, May 18th, 2023. So, what is it? Good, bad, or indifferent? All three. What's happening out there? Okay, some of the headlines. CIA whistleblower John Kriakou, Kriakou, says Giuliani aide told me presidential pardon could cost me $2 million. Wow, Giuliani and Trump are all together. So that's great. So now Giuliani has similar problems to Trumpy. Also, from waterboarding to rape, Abu Zubai, Zubada, Zubaydah depicts torture at black sites and Gitmo in graphic sketches. That's great. That's okay. It's okay to torture people as long as they're Muslim, Arab, Palestinian, I guess. Okay. Also, artificial intelligence expert says we urgently need ethical guidelines and safeguards to limit risks of artificial intelligence. I totally agree. And also, talked about another thing. Says artificial intelligence embeds bias, displaces workers, as Congress lacks on regulation. So Congress has to get its act together and regulate this stuff. Okay, those are the major headlines. What are the minor headlines? UN warns global heating is poised to set records and may exceed 1.5 degrees centigrade within 5 years. That would be great. That's wonderful. That's what we need. A climate that's going to explode. Okay. 8 killed as torrential rains bring massive flooding to northern Italy. Climate change, have to take it seriously. And Burma's government in exile says death toll from Cyclone Mocha has topped 400. Now, Burma is a former colony of the British, and they should be taking care of the people there. But the British gave Burma their independence and turned it over to the military. Climate activists at Africa Energy's summit in London demand end to fossil fuel projects. I totally agree. And UN appeals with $3 billion in emergency aid to Sudan as humanitarian disaster spirals. And that's what we have some competing generals uh, fighting for control of part of Sudan. Okay. Also, accusations of voting issues in Turkey as Erdogan's rival appeals to nationalists ahead of runoff. Okay. Uh, Alright, so we'll see what happens there. They're having a runoff election. Hope we get rid of Erdogan, get the liberal person in. Okay. Also, what else? Florida signs draconian and trans. Florida signs draconian anti-trans laws as Texas GOP advances bill to ban trans health care. That is terrible what they're doing in Florida. Florida used to be one good place that Northerners, Easterners retired to, but not. But anyway, turning it into a right. They turn it into a right-wing state. Also, South Carolina House passes another 6-week abortion ban. U.S. Appeals Court hears arguments in abortion pill case. All right. Hopefully, poor people in South Carolina. Everybody's after women. Montana becomes the first state to ban TikTok as rights groups warn of censorship and xenophobia. That's great. And they say that TikTok has embedded in its software something that takes secrets of those who use it, like on their phones. Also, Deutsche Bank agrees to $75 million settlement for Epstein survivors as JP Morgan Chase faces lawsuit. Okay, because, okay, okay. Jeffrey Epstein was a trafficker and helping the bank helped to finance Epstein's crimes. Good. U.S. Virgin Islands has subpoenaed billionaire Elon Musk as part of its lawsuit against J.P. Morgan Chase over the bank's enabling of Epstein's human trafficking empire in the Virgin Islands. Great. Put away Musk. Epstein is already gone. Maybe you can put away Musk. The Virgin Islands, Epstein owned 2 islands. So for some, I don't know. Who knows what's what? Okay. Night Devils, Epstein and Musk. And that guy at Amazon and all these other wonderful people and all the right-wing nutty people all over the country, all over the world. Okay, now, Ecuadorian president dissolves the National Assembly to avoid impeachment. Okay. So there'll be a new election, and he could rule by decree until there is an election. So I don't know, he couldn't dissolve the parliament, but he did. Okay, now, Argentines call out skyrocketing prices and austerity as inflation hits 109%. That's great. The rich get rich and the poor get poorer. North Carolina bans abortion after 12 weeks as GOP lawmakers override the governor's veto. That's terrible. Everyone's after women's rights. And Nebraska lawmakers advanced a bill to ban abortion and ban gender-affirming medical care. Okay, hopefully the bill will not pass. Pennsylvania, Kentucky, and Florida hold elections with good results. Talks over debt ceiling remain stalled as GOP pushes sweeping cuts. No cuts to the safety net. Biden to head to Hiroshima for G7 summit, but cuts rest of Asia trip short. Okay, we had good luck in Pennsylvania. They retained their majority in the Pennsylvania legislature. And Kentucky is going to have an election for a new governor. And Florida has a Democratic mayor now in Jacksonville, biggest state. All right, now, how are we doing on time? Okay, hang on. Okay, we're back. Now, I like to sing a song called I Believe. It's a very old song, very nice song. I believe for every drop of rain that falls, a flower grows. I believe that someone in the great somewhere hears every word every time I hear a newborn baby cry, or touch a leaf, or see the sky. Then I know why I believe. Okay, that was I Believe. A nice song. I don't know who wrote it. Thank you for listening. And thank you for tuning in this evening of Thursday, May 18th, 2023, for another Me or Caroline Speaks State of the World. I hope you join me in the future. In the meantime, stay safe, wear a mask, practice social distancing. When the vaccine is available and right for you, I would take it. We had ours. And remember, kindness goes a long way. Kindness goes a very long way. Thank you. Good night. Stay safe.